Hello, my name is Sebastian Urich. I live in Colorado and I go to Regis Jesuit High School. I'm super excited to be applying to TCU this year, and I really hope that this video gives you a better insight of who I am outside of my application. My parents always told me I was a good traveler, and I didn't really believe them until they showed me this picture. I was just a little baby boy smiling and super excited to be on the plane with my family. Even before my sister was born, my parents were taking me on all sorts of amazing adventures, such as this one to Prague, and actually moving me to Shanghai, China. During my time in Shanghai, I was actually a part-time baby model, which was surprising because as a young kid, I could never sit still for pictures. Before my parents had my sister, they took me on one last vacation to Thailand, where I rode my first elephant. Finally, my parents had my sister, but this didn't stop our travel. We eventually would move to Hong Kong, as seen here, where we're just having a chill beach day. Clearly, I had a major connection to elephants, because I would not be able to stay away from them. As seen in this picture here, here, and here. Look how happy I am. I love to show this picture to people because I get to say I fed tigers in the tiger cage, but clearly my dad is holding me back. This is more of what I was thinking of when I was thinking in the tiger cage. I also loved messing with the monkeys. Here I am trying to have a one-on-one conversation with one. Eventually we decided we wanted to take our adventure somewhere else, as seen here in the Vietnam Cu Chi tunnels used by Vietnamese soldiers in the Vietnam War. I was a kid always looking for some fun. So in this picture, I decided it'd be a good idea to jump into the Mekong Delta, which is a river in Vietnam. I jumped in this booby trap filled river thinking that it was actually a playground because it was filled with a bunch of lily pads. I had to bathe in a toilet because they did not have running water in the showers, which is pretty gross, but looking back on it, I think it was really funny. Here's some pictures of me deciding to help out some local fishermen catch some fish. Clearly I threw the net far because this guy was shocked after I threw it. Here I'm visiting a war memorial for Vietnamese soldiers who died in the battles during the Vietnam War, and me visiting some temples too. Here's one of my favorite pictures back in Thailand, and these group of kids came up to us because they had never seen a camera before, and I'm looking really nervous because I was not prepared to take a picture of them. I'm with one of the monks here, which I thought was super cool because I'd never seen a kid monk before. Finally, we're back in Hong Kong where I start my first day of HKIS. Clearly, I was not happy to be going back to school. This is my sister and I at the Mid-Autumn Festival, also known as the Moon Festival. I really like this picture because it's in the BVIs, and I really like the way the water looks. And also here I'm in a boat. I really like this picture as well because I've never been on a boat and I just look like I'm an expert at boating. This is me in Hawaii showing off my true Cali surfing. And this is me just jumping in the water. I really like this picture because it captures the essence of me never wanting to get out of the water. Just like, look how excited I am to just literally be jumping in the water. Even though I love the water, I've always kind of had a fear of fish. Just like, look how freaked out I am by holding this fish. Moving back to America, we had to take our adventures to London, as seen here. I love posing with the soldiers, but this guy was really intense, so I thought I had to have really good posture. Here I am in Croatia. I really love this trip because I really got to show off my love for history and all the castles and medieval battles. And I also really like this picture because look how clear the water looks. This is my sister and I in Prague, Czech Republic, right before we visited my family that lived there. This is Jidovnis, a small village right outside the town of Brno. That is my cousin Sonia and my uncle Carl, and then in the next picture is her husband and their little daughter. When I'm there, I love climbing and just learning basic outdoor skills such as starting a fire. And here I was learning how to drive a tractor, which later I would almost crash into a tree. Fast forward 10 years and we take a stop in Dubai right before our trip to Africa. I'm just riding a camel and they tried to throw me off like 3 times, but I somehow survived. Here's more of me just really showing my love for elephants. I really just love the animal. I just think they're so beautiful. And finally, we go on a family trip to Punta Mita where I go with my cousins in California. Unfortunately, I had to film this video inside because it's been raining all day in Colorado and it still is. But I really hope this video showed you a better insight into who I am outside my application. And I really hope I get to see you guys next year at TCU. Thank you.